Hello. Today we will, as usual, today is why we should meditate on that subject we'll speak, but today is a very special day. So instead of that, of course we will follow, but today we will chant the name of Holy Mother first. And I will say, because many of the new, they may not know, so I will say a sentence, a portion, please repeat with me. Jananim Saradam Devim Ramakrishnam Jagat Gurum Pada Padme Tayo Sritva Pranamami Muhurmuhu. Today is a very special day, and if we forget, all our mothers will be angry with us. So, congratulations and all our respect, pranam to all the mothers all over the world. And particularly to those mothers who are suffering, we pray for them. We should pray for those mothers who are also just like our mothers, but for some unfortunate thing, they are in some places where they are not getting respect and love and support as they should. And who can be called as mother? I read a wonderful small story that happened in Australia, that after the fire, the whole one portion of the forest was burned. Then the forest people, forest guards, they all entered into that. They were observing. Suddenly they saw a big bird waiting under a big tree. Then one forest guard who looked to the bird, he went from distance and he was pushing the bird with a stick. The moment it got the push, it fell down. It was already dead. But from our below, 4 small chicks came out, leaving. Even in that inferno, in the tremendous fire, those little chicks were leaving because of the mother. The mother could fly, save her life. But just for them, she came down and she was there protecting the child. So that proved the mother's heart. It is love, it is sacrifice. And that's because it is so holy. We congratulate all the mothers. Now we start our this stotra and the subject. If you like to repeat with me, I will break it and recite. Mono Buddha Hamkara Chittani Naham Nacha Shotra Jivhe Nacha Grana Netre Nacha Vyoma Bhumi Na tejo na vayu Chidananda Rupa Shivoham 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 I am the Blessed One. I am Satchidananda Sarupa, Shiva. All that we see, the moon, the mind, the intellect, the egoism and the repository of the impressions, the chitta. I am not. Not all the organs that I find, the ear, the nose, the throat and skin, I am not. I am neither this space or the earth. I am not the fire or the air. I am only Chidananda Rupa Shivoham Shivoham. Dear devotees, friends, this is the third class. We are going to discuss today. We discussed what is yoga, the definition of yoga. And then there also we discussed about the difference between Hatha Yoga and Dhyana Yoga. And we discussed the three things, the body, mind and the spirit, the soul. And the body we discussed over there is made of Panchabhuta, the five matter, Shiti, the earth, Apa, the water, Teja, the fire, Maruda, the air, Boma, the space. Every time when we do the arati, we use these five elements only. The Shiti, Apa, Tej, Marud and Boma. The flower that is showing before the God is the representative or the symbol of the earth. And then a small conch full of water we are showing is also the symbol of water. And the Pancha Pradipa, the fire we are moving, that is the fire, Teja. Then we will be doing the Vayu and the air we are giving, and the Goma, a piece of cloth the Pujari will show like this. It's called Goma. All that we see is made of these five elements only. Then we discussed what is mind. In the next class, the types of mind. That there are three types of mind. One is tamasika, rajasika and svattika. The tamasic type of mind is always thinking negative, going against anything that is good. It will always go against it. That is called tamasika. Rajasika type of mind, they do, but for their own benefit. They always do anything and everything for the sake of their name and fame. Svattika mind is the only one, that type of mind, it helps the people and all other in any way without expecting any benefit. That is Svattika. We discussed about the level of the mind. Each and every one of us having the Jagrat, Sapna and Shushupti. Jagrat means awakened mind. When our ego, I consciousness, fully blown, and we know what we are doing, it's called Jagrat. And when we are sleeping, that time also mind is active. We see dreams. Mind is active, body is inactive. That's called Swapna. And the Susupti, dreamless sleep. Their mind inactive, body inactive, but at the same time, consciousness is there. That's why after coming back, when we wake up, we say, oh, we slept without any dream. So that is called Shushupti. On 14th April in our second class, we were discussing about Yadrishi Bhavana Yasya Siddhi Bhavati Tadrishi. As you think, so you achieve. When we are thinking that we can do it, and we are achieving that. And when we are thinking that we cannot, we cannot. That's why Swami Vivekananda again and again he said, have some positive thought. I can do it, I can do it, I can do it. And he is giving a wonderful example from America. He is praising America for that, and he is telling, look at America. People from European and other countries, they are coming. Their heads are hanging on their chest. They are all shy they have lost their confidence. But the American atmosphere say, Pat, you can do it. Pat, you can do it. And within 6 months, that man gets confidence, and then he will go and shake hands with the President of America. That way Swami Vivekananda is explaining, because the tremendous confidence is post, and then that very man who was thinking he won't be able to do anything, who was losing confidence, now he gets the confidence. So that is called Yadrishi Bhavana Yasya. The mind behaves like consciousness. Now we were discussing about the mind, and we discussed that as if it is conscious. The body is not conscious, that we know, but the mind as if conscious, but actually it is not. So this has been discovered, that behind mind there is something that's called consciousness. But this mind has different type of stages. When we try to meditate, when we try to control our mind, we understand these stages. How nicely it has been recorded. Shipta. Shipta means scatter. And it is every time going here, there, everywhere. That is the type of mind. Shipta, the scattered type of mind. Mudha, it is dark and also restless. Then Vikshipta, to some extent gathered, but at the same time it is scattered and restless. Then comes Ekagra, the focused mind. If we, most of us, we are in a Mudha, Shipta and Vikshipta stages. The moment, after practicing some time of meditation, the moment we get this Vikshipta, the gathered, and Ekagra, the focused, immediately the tremendous joy comes within us, and we don't like to leave that. That's called the joy of meditation. Only can be achieved when our mind is Ekagra. And when it becomes Nirodha, we cannot think of it right now. But that is our goal. There we have to go. We have to control our mind. It's just like the wild horse. I was seeing how they are giving the training to that horse, that wild horse over there next to our neighbor. It's going on, running, and ultimately when it is exhausted, the person sat on it, on the saddle. Like that, we have to leave our mind, okay, where do you like to go? Go. Then finally, when it will be tired of all these things, come. And then only we have to put the saddle on it, and we have to control it. And the moment we can do that, concentrated mind, Nirodha, the whole world we conquer. Bhagavan Buddha is telling that if you have conquered the whole world, you are no one comparing that who has conquered his own mind. If you have power to roll the whole sky just like a paper, even then you are no one comparing it that who has controlled his mind. So much importance is given to him who can control the mind. So we can understand so difficult it is. Now we understand this among the three things, body, mind and spirit. We have to put attention on mind, because mind has the power of consciousness, though it is devoid of consciousness. It is the power of consciousness. In this discussion, why we should meditate, I will read a small passage from New Directions in the Study of Religion, Brain, Mind, Science. This has been written by James W. Jones. It's a research on mind by the present-day scientist. This is the unique discoveries they have made. Meditation-derived techniques have been increasingly developed in the practice of behavioral medicine. The clinical literature has described the effectiveness of meditation-derived techniques for the treatment of anxiety disorders, stress, eating disorder, depression, and personality disorder. Through meditation, we can improve. The present day scientists are telling like that. More recent psychophysiological research has demonstrated the impact of meditation on such basic physiological functions as brain hemisphere, lateralization, immune system functioning, and emotional processing. Even short-term meditation practice has been shown to increase activity in the left cerebral hemisphere, a result associated with an increase in positive emotional response and improved functioning. Meditation has been shown to dramatically improve the mind's ability to focus and maintain attention, and to develop the capacity to detach from ingrained emotional and cognitive reactions of familiar thoughts and feelings. This has been demonstrated to be important clinically in weakening and modifying long-standing patterns of anxious rumination, depressive thinking, addictive attachment, or reactive anger. Such meditation-based cognitive changes facilitate the emergence of self-regulatory functions that are experienced as healthier, saner, and more balanced. Thus, the conscious choice of undertaking meditative discipline impacts a variety of physical and psychological domains. This is the result of the research that has been made by the present-day scientists. And it always speaks about that meditation can help us. The doctors are there, they will be knowing much. When a patient is coming, majority of the time, it is 50% mental weakness. So if we can say that you are the cell, what is going to happen to you? Nothing. Nainam shastrani chindanti, nainam dahati pavaka. Is some little portion of it, if they can understand. The self cannot be cut by the soul, burned by the fire. So you are that eternal one. Why you are crying like that? But there are some stories about the doctors. One person was crying when he was taken to the operation table, and he was profusely crying. As an elderly grown-up man, why he is crying? So doctor came, put up all these things, and then said, why you are crying? Doctor, this is the first time I am in hospital. All through my life, this 55, 60 years, I didn't get anything. I never suffered, never took any medicine. First time only I am coming, and that too on the operation table, I am so much afraid. Then doctor was putting on the apron and telling, first time you are afraid? I am the first time also going to operate, but I am not afraid. Then we can gaze, the patient immediately jumped from the table and ran away. So there is always a first time. But when we are thinking in that way, the mind strength, more than physical strength. So when the mind is strong, we can make a tremendous thing. There are so many stories out there. Now a very recent scientific research, they are reporting like this. An American military has introduced this teaching soldiers meditation. TSM, teaching soldiers meditation, it has been introduced by American military. So why we should meditate? Now I am just giving one or two instances from here. The US Army Captain Elizabeth Stanley introduced meditation. Why? Because she herself was suffering in post-traumatic stress disorder. She practiced meditation and improved and became convinced that meditation could help anyone. She introduced this. But when asked to meditate, the staff sergeant, Nathan Hampton, originally thought it would be a waste of time and energy, but soon changed his mind. After practicing meditation, he then commented, "I felt relaxed after meditation. I felt I was not tense all the time." And he finally said, "It helps to think clearly and decisively in stressful situation. Just a few moments of mental silence is enough to think positively. Meditation is the path to peace and progress." And that is the reason present human society, where everyone, right from a kid up to the CEO, all are under stress, must practice meditation. And meditation in a proper way. There are so many ways I was seeing. Then there's a meditation, there's standing. As you have seen the picture of Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna, that's hanging in the back of you. He is putting the hand like this and the finger like this. Some people introducing this posture also in the meditation. And when they are standing like this, they are thinking they are meditating by the side of the sea and all very nice. They'll be standing like that. And just by standing by the side of sea, they are paying $10. So like that, so many ways they are trying to get the money out of the people. So we have to be very, very careful when we are going to learn meditation. This is the third time we are meeting and discussing about the meditation, but we didn't enter into the original book. We are only discussing about the mind, because mind is the main which will meditate. And mind is turbulent. Unless and until we know how mind is, how we'll be able to control it? We do not know what to do when it will react. So immediately, then one of our Swamiji, he sat when the driver was off. He thought it is easy to drive the vehicle. So he sat, and there was the key was there. He started the vehicle, and the moment he pressed, immediately it was in the gear was left in the back, and the vehicle backed and he actually got some little injury, but the major injury was on the vehicle, because he didn't notice that the driver left the gear on the back gear actually. So the moment he touched it, it reacted like that. So when we are sitting on the mind, we do not know in which gear it is. So naturally it may react in differently. So we have to understand. Moreover, nowadays we are not getting good teachers to teach us meditation, who will be sitting before us. And before meditation, if we really like to do the meditation, we have to be very, very careful about the food also. So we are dealing with the mind now, presently, and we like to see how mind reacts, what really mind is. Body cooperates with the mind. Spirit is always there. But it is the mind which is getting the reflection of the spirit and reacting as a consciousness. We have to control it. Vayori Vasuduskaram. When the Arjuna was asked to concentrate, he said, "If you like to wage me a war, I am ready." But it is impossible to control the mind. It's just like the ear. If you are asking me to catch the ear, it is as if like that, controlling the mind. It is impossible. So this way, among the three things, body, mind and soul, we have to control the mind. Vedanta, after studying the mind, found that mind is the store of impression. Now what is mind? Mind is the store of impressions only and nothing else. Now, our perception of objects and also our activities put impressions on the mind. Mind is a storehouse of impressions. And where from we get the impressions? From 10 different organs. What are the fiber? Our 5 organs are perceptive organs. What are they? They are organ of hearing, karna. They are organ of seeing, chakshu. They are organ of smell, nasika. They are organ of taste, jiva. The organ of touch, tvak. So this is the thing, the small child, when the mother is holding the child, she is very quiet, playing on the lap of mother. But any other person, the moment they will take the child, it will immediately cry. It cannot recognize the mother. It doesn't know who is mother or not. But through touch, immediately the person who is holding the child, through touch, child can immediately understand it is not that touch. And it is afraid, the child is afraid. So that's why it's start crying. So the tvak, the touch, then the jiva, we know about that. And that's why so many subways and McDonald's and so many are there. Because of that, they are making money. If we are not having this taste, then they were not having this type of food. So this taste, that is giving the impression. And when you are going, somebody will say, go to that hotel. It makes very good coffee taste. So there we are going and getting the impression. We are not very much aware of it. Then the smell, then also the eye is functioning, is going to different objects, collecting the impressions and bringing on the mind. So that's why we must be very, very careful. And finally, the karna, hearing. Grammo kotha na kohibe. In Bengali, our Sri Chaitanya is telling, Grammo kotha means all these gossips, never enter into that, never speak about that. So this thing, what happens? It gives the impression on our mind. If you are asking people to come and sit over here to listen to good words, very few will come. But if there is a gossip that something is going on, there will be so many crowd will be there. Even you have to make a ticket for that to enter, to control the crowd. So this way, why? Because it is already there within our nature. And from that nature we have to come up. And we are fighting with our own nature. Where from that nature has come? We had in our previous birth. We got those impressions only. Now, in this birth, consciously, we have to eradicate, we have to wipe all those things. The Guru can give you a good teaching, that's all. And you have to do it. In Sanskrit they say, adhikarinam ashaste. It all depends on the person who is practicing. Adhikari. Adhikarinam ashaste phala siddhi visheshataha. The result is depending on the person who is practicing. Upaya deshakalatya santasmin sahakarina. All other things, the library, the book, the discourses, the guru, all they are to help you. But you have to strive, otherwise not. When I went to San Diego, I met a lady. She is now 96 years. Now she is a granny for all. The whole area will be taken care of. And she took initiation from Swami Ishatmananda ji. Then afterwards, she came to meet me. Now she can't see very clearly, but she sat very close to me, looking at me, and she was so happy. She told her guru, I like to go to India. Then the guru said, you need not to go to India. India will come to you. And from then onwards, she was telling, it is so very true. Any Swami coming to America, somehow I can meet him. India is coming to me. So that way, she is there, and she was telling when the young Swami is there, he was telling, Granny, you tell that story, what happened? Then she said, when my husband passed away, I took a decision. I won't enter into the samsara in this household anymore. Now I am free from all this. And now, from now onwards, every day, every moment, I will dedicate in the name of God. Now she is telling, from then onwards, I never stopped practicing japa. Now I never practice at present. I don't try consciously. The japa is coming again and again within me. As I am talking with you, the japa is going on. When I am quietly sitting, it's going on. Whether you believe it or not, it is so much of joy that I never depend on anything. And the proof is, whole neighborhood is looking after her, taking care of her. There's a nearby one Muslim boy is there. He will be always bringing the lady to the ashrama. And another gentleman is there. He will be carrying the lady back to the home. And a Bengali couple is there. They prepare the food for the lady. No one is connected. There is no blood relation. And this is the proof that if you realize the truth, a little portion of it, you will get all love, because the realization of God is nothing but love. So here, all the impressions, now she stopped taking impressions from outside, and we have 5 organs of action, that is speech, hands, legs, procreation, evacuation, ba, pani, pada, upastha, payu. All organs, through their action, leave impression on the mind. These impressions we leave within us. Now the impression have 2 compartments, so to say. One is conscious, another is subconscious. Sometimes we do not know. The moment you try to meditate, control your mind, horrible thoughts will come within your mind. And you yourself will wonder, how come I am thinking this way? I never thought like this. Why these thoughts are coming? It was there, latent, subdued in the subconscious mind. So that proves the subconscious, the position of the subconscious, presence of the subconscious. So the past life, all the impressions, it is there already in the subconscious mind. And that is why whenever you see a person, you feel that it is of my own. Immediately you can talk to him, mix with him, be with him, there is no problem. But sometimes a person very near to you, always with you, but you don't like. Why? That's impressions are there. So that's why you cannot. You are trying, but it's not possible. That proves this subconscious, and we must be very, very careful in this life that the impressions that are coming on our mind must be very, very clear, helpful. This subconscious and conscious. What is consciousness? When our ego, the I consciousness, is alert. At that time, whatever we are doing, it's come in the realm of conscious. This subconscious, when our ego or this awakened portion goes down, it brings the subconscious up. Subconscious become conscious. And this is our mind with the consciousness and subconsciousness, all full with impressions. Now the subconscious mind, but the story is there, we cannot help. It will automatically come. So we do not know what we kept in the previous lives. Now it will be coming in our front, and we have to utilize that. Now, in the conscious level, we must be very, very conscious what type of impressions are coming. That's why in the Vedanta, in the Vedic Yoga, they used to pray, Bhadram karne visrinuama devaha. Oh God, please bless us so that we can listen some good words. It's very rare. Majority of the time we are listening something so very different, and the impressions are coming on our mind that also like that. And sometime we'll be listening, this has happened, that has happened, one boy went and killed the children, all that impression comes on our mind. And sometimes anger, sometimes passion, sometimes hatred, sometimes love. So many things are coming and giving us, stamping our mind. So that's why one must be very, very careful. Bhadram karne visrinuama deva. Bhadram pashe makshayat vitatra. Bhadram pashe. I must see some good things. Whenever I see some good, that day when I was going in our, I think, Santa Barbara ashram or Pasadena ashram somewhere, I've forgotten. So there they have a trail, long trail. See, the Vedanta, it accepts all. And naturally, to give a practical demonstrations, they have made 7 all over. They have, of course, a big plot of land, different places, different shrines for the different religion. And they took me the first as a Christian shrine. Shrine means in the open air. The big cross is there, benches are there, neat and clean, very calm. You sit over there, the beautiful scenery, and see that the cross standing over there before you remind the sacrifice of Lord Jesus. And He is giving His blood, He is giving His life for the benefit of the people. And what is that benefit? Love, love and love. Don't have the hatred within your mind. When He was being nailed, He was praying for them. Forgive them, for they do not know what they do. That is tremendous love. Then again He went down inside, suddenly a place where little clean, where Bhagavan Buddha is sitting all alone, deep in meditation. And there also you sit, there's a space is there, and meditate with Buddha. What he was meditating on? Only he was telling, within you is this everything. Do not go out. You need not to search outside. Ihashane saschutu me shariram. I will sit on this posture and let death come to me. I am not going to leave this. Sit until I realize the God. And what he realized? His own self. Then next he went to another and another and like this. Lastly we came to Muslim. There they have kept a symbol of the Islam, one crescent and a star, and the vastness. There I stood, I took the photo, and then the young Swami who was taking me, he said, Swamiji, what you will say about this? I was telling 1 or 2 sentences. What you will say about Islam? How they are helping the humanity? I told brotherhood. Swami Vivekananda is telling. The Islam, it has a brotherhood, wonderful brotherhood. Maybe sometime, some of the people, by mistake, by ignorance, they're utilizing this brotherhood for wrong direction. But they have the brotherhood. The once you say, Allahu Akbar, immediately all over the Muslims become united. That unity is necessary for peace and progress. So every religion, every path is helping us in different way. And Vedanta is just like the ocean, taking all and carrying. Why? Because Vedanta means everything, all inclusive. All path, all religion, all philosophy, everything for whom? human being. And what is human being? Nothing but the God, God Himself. And God itself, we can say, because it is consciousness. So that is why Vedanta is very careful. And what it teaches, you be careful about your own mind. That's all. The moment you are taking care of your own mind, and you can do anything, apart from these two things, unconscious and subconscious, there is a superconscious, about which we are not very much aware. But sometimes it comes to us suddenly, this super consciousness, which we call God. This super conscious mind, when our ego go little away, that time suddenly it comes. I don't know whether you have seen or not. Maybe my Indian friends, they must have seen some of the drama back in our villages. There a king, he is plotting, or a prince, he is plotting that he will kill his father and they will grab the kingdom. That is the drama in the villages, open air drama. And the prince, he is roaming here and there it's acting only, and thinking that one day I will kill my father, then I will grab the kingdom, I will be the king, I will rule. Suddenly, there will person will come with a gerua, it's called Viveka, and he will come and sing, "Oh prince, that all these thoughts are very bad, you should not do it, you should not kill your father, the father who raised you on his lap, the father who has given you protection for all these days, only for a little kingdom, you should not do that. Wait and see what father gives. He has given you life, he has given you protection, he has given you everything. Do you think he cannot give you the kingdom? He will give you the kingdom. All these things are not but for you only. Don't do this scene." He will go and singing. And there, now I can remember, this prince, he is not actually looking at the singer, because the singer is not visible. It is the super consciousness. This super consciousness comes to us with all good ideas, positive ideas, religious ideas, then philosophy. Majority of the time, we don't like to listen to it. The young boys, when they'll be first time puffing the cigarette, their friend will say, "Hey, come, let us have a puff in the cigarette." And this boy immediately thinks, "Shall I do it? Because my parents may not like it, and this is also bad for health." All these thoughts will come, superconscious. It's actually guiding him. But after some time, because the friends will learn, immediately will accept, and then he will be addicted. And he will suffer. So this is the way. There are three consciousnesses there. Subconscious or unconscious, then conscious, then superconscious. This different thing we are thinking, you see, one here, they are giving the art of meditation by Joel S. Goldsmith. He is the author, and he is mentioning over here in a Christian idea of meditation. There also he is mentioning the human mind cannot be the avenue for the activity of the soul. Look at it, so similarity. The human mind cannot be the avenue for the activity of the soul. A higher consciousness must be reached. Through this higher consciousness, through that mind which was in Christ Jesus, the soul reveals itself and its activity as our individual experience. That's why Swami Vivekananda said, each soul is potentially divine. If we are not divine, if each soul is not divine, then Lord Buddha, Lord Jesus, Bhagavan Sri Ram Krishna, their life is in vain. What for them they have come? A teacher, a very good mathematician. I just reminded the boy, I don't know, maybe he is watching this thing. He was at the back of the seat in the car, and there was little calculation we are having, because I am not very much adept with this. 100,000 things. We know 1,000, we know lakh, we know crore in India, but here they say 100,000. So it was a little confusing for me. He wanted to help me, and he said to himself, "I am good in mathematics." Then he suggested to himself, "I am good in mathematics," and he calculated. Then another things that two girls are reading in India, and some people are trying to help. They need some 52,000 per year or 55,000 per year. And then he said, I am good in mathematics to calculate, I will calculate. Then he was suggesting that I am good in mathematics. He is really good, he is of course good. But suppose that mathematician sitting at the back of the car, will it help me? I am not good in mathematics. Though he was so near, sitting near me, and he was telling openly that he is good in mathematics, but it never helped me. Why? That is the reason. If I am not having that quality potentially, I can never manifest it. If the Buddha has manifested, Christ has manifested, Sri Ramakrishna Vivekananda manifested, we can also manifest the same divinity. Otherwise, it is of no use. So that proves the higher mind that the Jesus was having, and through that we have to go and we can individually experience that which imparts itself to us from the inner consciousness is power. Not the thought we think, not our statements or belief. From inside comes the consciousness, the power. And we are thinking that we can do, we cannot. The tremendous power that was manifested over here in Chicago in 1893 in the Parliament of Religion. Columbia's huge exposition was there. A part of that was the Parliament of Religion. This year is the 120th year of the Parliament of Religion. One young man from India, Swami Vivekananda, he stood and he just addressed a gathering of 7,000 elites, sisters and brothers of America. They were not only from America, they also, from Europe also they came. They could not resist themselves but to stand up and clap for 5 minutes. And when the authority of the organization, they say Vivekananda is allowed only 5 minutes to speak because he was not in the panel. Somehow you would all know he came, as we call, crashed the gate. Then he entered. And that 5 minutes, they were only clapping. Why? Only 2 English sentences. It was nothing. Sisters and brothers. In Bengal, there's just 100 after 1993 in Calcutta, a parliamentary religions were organized. Many people came, and a denomination once a person came to speak about his religion. He dressed like Vivekananda, of course white, and like the turban, everything was just like that same dress. And when his turn came, he came and stood like this also, like Vivekananda. And then he addressed sisters and brothers of Calcutta, and everybody was quiet. No clapping, no cheering, no. Then he thought they could not understand. He shouted, sisters and brothers of Calcutta. The same reaction. Everybody was wondering why he is shouting. He must continue his speech. When third time he did, the Swami who was in church, he came and from the back he said, please continue. Now just addressing on do. With that word, you must have the power from the soul. That is what this Mr. Goldsmith is telling. The power should come from within, otherwise it can never be. You can dress like anything, but if you are not having the power from within, you can do nothing. So this is the thing. Through Jesus, he is telling, you have to go means through that consciousness, through that power that Jesus was having. Then and then only you can control your mind. And Slowly you can seize the activities of your mind. Friends, this is the time, the next class on the next Sunday, again we will discuss about this thing, and we will enter into that famous book of Patanjali where yoga aphorisms we will discuss. And along with that, we will practice a little controlling our mind. Today, we have studied the three positions of our mind: unconscious or subconscious, then conscious, then superconscious. Right now, we will quietly sit and try to look within and try to find within our mind what and on what plane it is now playing: conscious, superconscious, or subconscious. I will request you to sit straight, keep your shoulders straight, neck straight, cheek also, and but at the same time not stiff. Always very loose and nicely you have to, and then take a long breath within, leave, take long breath within, slowly leave, take long breath within, slowly leave. Now, just try to look within your heart. If you can see, it's not the physical heart. Try to imagine a wonderful light burning within your heart. In place of the physical heart, there is a lotus, there is a flower with 8 petals. It is blooming. And center of the flower, there is a wonderful lamp burning. All over, all side, the light is going, covering the whole world. And it is the light of yourself. Bring back your mind. Imagine the light and slowly merge in that light. You are not the mind, you are not the body, you are consciousness, you are light all over. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Hari Om Tat Sat. Om, peace, 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 peace to all beings, peace to all